1992 Olympics, buried very deep at the end of the bench together. We watched a lot of basketball during that Olympics, but the fond memories with Mike Mackay. Oscar Foreman. Can he shoot the ball? Talking of guys that can shoot it.
So he's back home for Christmas as well?
Must be. Andre Lamanis must have given everyone Christmas off. And South Australian. He hides it well, though, Oscar, being South Australian. You do too, Dwayne. You don't put your hand up to tell everyone you're
proud
South
of my heritage. And if you've got some time later on, I'll drive you back to Paraka.
No, we'll leave that alone, mate.
Redhage, as we start the second half. Martin back to Redhage. 43-39. Not the start they were after. Matt Burston the rebound. Gilchrist to take it down the court.
Jacob Holmes is out for the game.
Really? And what's the prognosis there?
I have no idea. Someone just passed me a little letter.
But that's a big loss.
It's a big loss.
Robbins. Martin. Redhage. Back to Robbins. Just surfing the defence at the moment. Flicking it around from side to side. Chencha for two. Never looked like it, but they get the rebound and they can reset. Inside. Spent some time on the bench, Chencha. And a turnover.
The Perth Wildcats are too terminal trying to go inside.
Oh, Gilchrist. Bringing the house down.
That's a great move by Gilchrist. I was saying the Perth Wildcats are looking for Chencha every time down the court to start this, but he's not open.
Martin open, had a look at it. Flicks inside to Chencha. Oh, one hand off the glass.
And a great pass by Damien Martin, penetrating the defence, getting in the key. And that is a harder pass than it actually looks, throwing it on the run.
45-41. Ing for three. Rims out, and the foul. No doubt that was a foul. Nathan Herbert a little too strong in the attempt for the rebound. I mentioned that these two teams are playing each other for the second time in 4 days. Well, the mini-series between them continues because they'll also play each other in just over a week's time. They meet back here January 10.
And this is a big series, Dwayne.
Yeah.
One each so far.
Adelaide only have one game between this and that January 10 encounter. It's Chencha sees it rejected, but a foul. Ballinger not happy with the call. Neither Scott Ninnis. But they meet on January 10. Adelaide have a game against Wollongong in Wollongong, and then a nice rest between that Wollongong game on New Year's Eve and the January 10 game. So a couple of long rests. They can give it all they've got as Burston takes it off the glass. Martin. Little shimmy from him. All the way himself. From one end to the other, and Herbert's hurt and down. And he could be bleeding.
That looks nasty because he is a tough kid, Nathan Herbert. He's copped a poke in the eye.
There's the
slap in the eye. Well, Jacob Holmes is out of the game with a left ankle injury.
Okay. So they're down a man, 36ers, even though the Perth Wildcats are essentially down a man with Martin Catalini unable to take the court tonight either, didn't fly over. Herbert heading to the locker room. So they're now down two.
And they're two of their best defenders. Two guys that can stroke the ball, but also D it up. And they've been big contributors so far this season for the Adelaide 36ers.
You would hope he wouldn't be far away from coming back, Nathan Herbert. Hill, Ballinger. They're under some pressure. 47-45. Ing. Ballinger has to back his way in. Redhage holds his ground. But draws the foul.
Good call. Redhage was using his body, but then he ended up getting his left arm. You see him there holding. Good call, Roger Shields.
You'll enjoy you saying that. Ballinger Gilchrist. Hill to the corner. And in from Matty Burston.
Why not, Big Bird? He is on fire. 15 points, 6 from 7 from the field.
Every time Perth get close, Adelaide have the answer. Shencher tries to back his way in and gets it knocked away cleanly. King almost lost it. Throws it up and does lose it. Redhage. Here they come back again. Robbins went down at the other end, so they have to wait for him to travel back. And he can set it up. Shencher again, a big man. Double team. Chucks it out. Robbins the free man. And they get another go at it.
That's his
Didn't even
second
hit the rim.
That's his second air ball.
So the shot clock down to 3.
He's going to go again.
Oh, at least they hit the rim.
Yeah, that's not his game, Brad Robbins. He's not a three-point shooter, and he doesn't generally take too many. That time he was left wide open, but obviously he's lost a little bit of confidence shooting the first air ball in the first half.
Did start tonight, Brad Robbins, in the starting 5. Stephen Way essentially dropped to the bench. Ballinger. Burston takes it inside. Into Shencher, off the glass, doesn't get the basket. Kevin Lish, he needs to fire, and he knows it. Steps inside, pushes it back out. Wagstaff, Lish for 3. And he's still not back, but Shencher, big rebound, can't get the basket at that end. 49-45. Gilchrist steps out himself, had some space. Ballinger, triple teamed. Gilchrist had a sighter, had a look at it. Wagstaff in his face. And at the moment, it's just not going.
That was a brick too.
Wagstaff back out. Robbins doesn't want to take a shot now. Flicked away from Shencher. Gilchrist, Burston, Ing. Cortez Groves about to check back in. Lovely. Off the glass, splendid pass. And an easy basket, Matt Burston.
He's running the lane well tonight, Matt Burston. He was blowing at half-time during the interview too.
Couldn't talk to you. But you kept asking him questions, so I enjoyed that part of it. He couldn't even talk to you. Shencher loses it again. Darren Ing quickly down the court. Gilchrist, what can he do? Spin, inside, up, yeah!
Travel.
And one.
Travel.
Oh, no! The crowd went up, and you spoiled the party.
I did it. The Grim Reaper's the referee. Oh, yeah, a little travel. And a good timeout by Rob Beveridge, because they have seriously lost their way.
Crowd showing their displeasure at that call. 51-45, third quarter. Adelaide 36ers at the moment with all the answers.
See Matty Burston there. He's been doing a good job taking advantage of the open defense from the Perth Wildcats, particularly when there's been an on-ball screen. You see that time the Perth Wildcats guy hedges out Sam Harris, and then he goes to the basket. Same thing there. Good pass by Cortez Groves as Burston finds a way to the hoop. Again here, see it from a different angle, same play, and good finish. He's got 17 points tonight, Matt Burston. And it looks like he's taking a break.
Fantastic rivals, these two. Both have won 4 championships. Wildcats in 90, 91, 95 and 2000. Adelaide 36ers back in 1986 under Ken Cole, and 98, 99 and 2002 under Phil Smythe. And both contenders again this season.
Don't they have a fantastic history, both clubs? When you look back over the years, time and time again, they've put good teams together.
And both continue to put backsides on seats as well. Sellout it was a week ago when Adelaide hosted the Melbourne Tigers, and again tonight, about 5,000 in here to watch this one. And Perth Wildcats likewise selling out for most games. Fantastic to see. Wagstaff hits the floor.
I really like Wagstaff. He has, as I said before, had an exceptional first year, but his fundamentals are very good. He works really hard on offense and defense. He's a really active four-man that can step away from the basket and hit the three. Uses his up fake well. He's got a lot of improvement still left in him, I reckon, in the NBL.
Went over and played college in the US, Metro State in the Rocky Mountains.
I hope his time doesn't decrease with Galen Young coming in. I think that'd be a mistake for the Perth Wildcats to sacrifice a good young Australian for an American coming in.
Yeah. Of course, you're looking at with your Boomers coaching hat on as well. You want to see the Boomers strong. Now that you're an assistant coach there.
Yeah, well, it's exciting to see so many good young guys that have been to college and coming through the NBL system as well that are coming into camp. And I know Brett Brown trialled 60 young guys.
Shot clock down to 1.
Oh.
And the violation there, didn't get it away in time. So it is good to see that the Boomers starting to rebuild again post the Gaze heel era.
Warhoff, Radke, Longley. Some great players gone by.
Wade, spin move inside, little step. Make that a couple of little steps and called for the travel, unfortunately for him. Isn't Andrew Bogut playing some good basketball at the moment?
Oh, 31 points. When was that in the last couple of days?
Yeah, 2 days ago. Had his NBA high and could have won the game against the Lakers about a week ago as well if he nailed a free throw, but with a couple of seconds left. But at the same time, you don't want to call the glass half empty with him because he has had a half full season. He's been outstanding. Groves with the fadeaway. Doesn't drop. Big rebound that. Shencher quickly to Williamson for 3. Monster.
Oh my. That is a big shot. Someone that was 0 from 3 from the three-point line and 0 from 5 from the field to pull up on the break and go swadak.
3:28 left in the third. Groves, that's just as good at the other end. Risen to the challenge.
Great ball reversal and way to knock it down.
Game on now. Williamson. Groves in his face. Anything you can do, I can do better. Wagstaff in. Tried to kick it out. Turnover. Hill. Thought about Groves with quick transition points on offer. Does try all the way to the basket and misses.
What a move.
Martin. Williamson. Yes. For 3 again.
You cannot leave Williamson open. That's what he's paid to do. He would shoot hundreds of those open three-point shots every single day.
She's been struggling to have any impact the past 2 games, though. 1 of 5 from the field and 1 of 4 from three-point range. Score only 3 points in that loss to Wollongong a couple of games ago. But, gee, big moment here. 54-53. The Perth Wildcats are threatening to take the lead here. And we've known that the Adelaide 36ers have given up some big leads on this court this year.
Well, I think everyone comes in with confidence everywhere they go now because they know every game you can win, you can beat anyone in this league, but you can also go into a game and not play well and lose to every single team in the league. And this is a flip of the coin.
Big rest for these 2 teams coming up. Their next game for both, New Year's Eve, Adelaide against Wollongong in Wollongong, Perth against Townsville in Townsville. They're going to give it all they've got in the next quarter and 2:49.
Back to your comments about Andrew Bogut playing well in the NBA. Dave Anderson's had an exceptional year as well.
Yep.
And a lot of people were doubting whether he would be able to go there and have the same sort of impact that he's had in an unbelievable career in Europe. And he's done it. He's a very aggressive offensive player, and he's taken that same confidence and done well in a good team.
Absolutely. This one played in what's been a 40-degree day here, especially early in Adelaide. It's cooled down a little through the middle of the day, but hot conditions, and this one warming up before your very eyes. Hill pokes it out. Gilchrist to Groves.
Speaking of poking, Herbert's gone to the hospital with a poke in the eye.
Ballinger for three. No. Martin the rebound. Perth can take the lead right here, right now. Stephen Way doesn't want to take the shot. Martin, Williamson, who's been the man with the last couple. Redhage, Martin, using their time. Redhage set for three. They're in front, and the crowd silent. 56-54. Can you believe it?
A well-executed play. Damien Martin off the on ball, kicks it back to Shawn Redhage, and he has been shooting the ball well from three.
Question being asked of Adelaide right now. Poked away, still an Adelaide ball off Williamson. 1:49 left on the clock, 9 left on the shot clock.
Mate, no response. Nathan Herbert has gone to the hospital with a poke in the eye. They're 2 players down.
And that could spell trouble long term for him as well. Gilchrist, because that's not the kind of injury you want. It's not like a torn hamstring or a cork thigh. Ballinger off the glass.
Good call.
Yep. Okay, violation there.
Good D by Perth. As you see in the top of the screen, 0 on the shot clock when the shot went up. Good call by the refs.
56-54. Perth by 2 for the first time tonight. Stephen Way gets free. And a travel for Stephen Way, and his horror couple of weeks keeps getting worse.
I like the lineup the Perth Wildcats are going with right now. They've got Shawn Redhage and Wagstaff as their 2 bigs. They're undersized bigs, but they're mobile and they can shoot it from outside. And then they've got good defenders and good shooters in the backcourt.
Almost a turnover. Thurston sets it up. Groves, Gilchrist. Tapped away. Just to go back and get it. And again, shot clock winding down. Gilchrist takes it himself. Off the glass. Knocked away. No basket, no rebound for Adelaide. Williamson, they're on fire at the moment, Perth. Redhage, Williamson. Nailed a couple of big ones in this quarter. Throws it out. Stephen Way on time, finally, with a big basket inside a minute.
A great drive by Williamson.
Adelaide ball. They are on the ropes here, Adelaide.
They are. They've lost all momentum. 42 seconds before the 3/4 time break. They need to regroup.
Scott Ninnis motionless at the moment. The Adelaide 36ers coach. No Nathan Herbert, no Jacob Holmes for the last quarter. 2 big men down. Hill, shimmy, but into Way. Groves, shot clock down again, and that rims out. And Williamson, another rebound.
They need more ball movement, Adelaide. They need to get Burston back involved, run some on-ball screens, and get him going to the basket.
So, you see the differential, shot clock, game clock. They'll use as much as they can, the Wildcats. And a little push. It'll be Adelaide's ball for the last shot at it in this third.
I think it was a good call too. He certainly used his off arm here. You see his left arm. He'll push off. Yep.
Yeah.
Good call.
8.7 left, so plenty of time to set this up from the backcourt.
Oh, good D.
Took a long time to get it in. Gilchrist needs to fight his way down court. Clock down to 1. Off the glass. Tap in. Too late. 3/4 time at the Dome, and the natives are restless. Perth Wildcats 59, Adelaide 36ers 54. They're not singing and dancing in the aisles tonight, but they will be pre-game January 10. Guy Sebastian's in town.
Oh, is that right?
Hey, yo, do you like it like that? I'm the only one who can love you like that now. Hey, yo, do you like it like that? I'm the only one who can love you like that now. Hey, yo, do you like it like that? I'm the only one who can love you like that. Hey, yo, do you like it like that? Baby, I'm the only one. Hey, yo, do you like it like that?
Unbelievable. You wouldn't read about it. the Adelaide 36ers are now back to 38. So a great defensive effort by the Wildcats in the third quarter because they held them to 11 points.
I think you'll read about it tomorrow if Buddy Nodge has his way and the Adelaide 36ers.
Oh, he could turn.
Oh. They could get up and win this. Oh, that's some nice things to say. Ing doesn't drop. Huge rebound and put back from Ballinger. And he'll be the man if they're to win this one. NBL Player of the Week and Player of the Month, Adam Ballinger. In sparkling form, needs to fire here. Redhage at the other end, just as good.
This is when you earn your pay packet. Shawn Redhage has come to play in the second half with 2 big threes.
Hill. Crowd stunned. They were able to beat Perth in Perth 3 days ago. And right now they're down at home. Shot clock down to 1. Gilchrist on the buzzer.
That is just a great basket because he didn't have time to get his legs ready and get into the shot. He caught it and let it go in the same motion.
They've responded. Stephen Way for 3. Speaking of getting back into form.
Straight back at you. Stephen Way up to 12 points.
Burston pokes it out and gets it back off the glass, misses the basket. Redhage, no friends ahead of him, needs to pull it up. Stephen Way, he's a different man. Martin, 59-65. Wagstaff, and the foul. We'll go to the line. Just repeating, 36ers down 2 men. Nathan Herbert, Jacob Holmes won't take any further part in the game.
Great take by Wagstaff there. Seeing he had the bigger guy with Matt Burston on, so he pulled through, went to the basket. Now he's at the line. But what a shot by Gilchrist. Oh, that was massive. 6-point game.
Second one drops with Jesse Wagstaff. Cortez Groves back in. Brad Hill will check out. So Redhage having a sit down, a rest for the Perth Wildcats, getting him ready for the last 4 or 5 minutes. Shencher back in.
See, I don't know about that. You got to play your players. He's their gun player. He needs to play the whole last quarter. You're not tired playing this many minutes.
So just put them to the sword right now.
Right now.
Ballinger. Shencher in his face, rims out. Adelaide 36ers on the ropes. Martin tried to flick it in. Rebound, oh, snuck it back. And the foul on Shencher.
Oh, I look forward to seeing this one. Damien Martin got this ball clean. Oh. Martin got him clean, but I think he might be right with Shencher over the back.
Martin making a nuisance of himself as well from the inbounds.
He's terrible play against Martin. He's everywhere.
But you need those mangy dog kind of players that hang on to your socks.
So valuable. That's what you did your whole career. That's why you're pumping him up.
So those players without too much skill sometimes have to revert to those kind of tactics.
What are you saying about Damien Martin?
Groves, what are you saying about Groves? They said a few things about him a few weeks ago. He's back.
Also said that he can be a game winner because when he's on, he can get 30.
62-66. Crowd back in the game. Wagstaff wants to take them out of it and gets 2.
They've had the answers, the Perth Wildcats. They're playing with poise at the offensive end in this last half.
Fans on the edge of their seats here at the Dome. Big attempt, and again, Cortez Groves. Where's this form been? Steele. Ballinger at the other end. Reset, Burston steps inside, takes it, and misses it. That would have been huge. Could have made it a 1-point game. Williamson at the other end. That's for 3, and he hits the big-time shot.
Have a look at this. Everyone can't miss now. They need to go like working off the ball. He wants it in his hands to use on-ball screens.
Give it to me. Cortez, the hot man, for 3. Bit of ice on that. Perth Wildcats can take a breath. Lead by 6. Adelaide coach Scott Ninnis up off the chair again. He wore out a pair of shoes in Perth. They need to get him a bike. He struts the sideline every game. Williamson, Martin, and shot clock violation. They just lost all track of time.
You've got to know how many seconds left on the shot clock. Big turnover at a crucial stage in the game.
Adelaide 36ers will get the ball here. They've got a couple of players with hot hands. Scott Ninnis about to address his boys from the sit down. They are 5 minutes and 52 seconds away from a win that would have them equal top on the NBL ladder. Let's have a listen in.
Switch the side on balls and they switch back if you get the opportunity, but they're picking and popping and hurting us with that. Down that end of the floor, we're in highs. We want to go to this elbow and dive this guy straight away, because as they're going there, they're passing, they're switching that guard, so this guy's going to have a Wade or Williamson on you. So we want to hit the elbow, lock your man out, and see if we can seal you underneath the basket there. Hey, stay aggressive now. They're shooting the hell out of the ball at the moment. Hey, continue to get your defensive transition set. Good hands on shots. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Ballinger wandering back out. He needs to be the man. Mentioned earlier, named NBL Player of the Weekend, Player of the Month, but did come into this game with a hamstring concern. But we were told it was just a cramp in training. We'll soon find out.
What about the Perth Wildcats? They were 0 from 10 from the three-point line to start the game. Now they're 9 out of 22, and my calculations say that's 9 out of 12.
Cooper, Ing, steps in, steps out, knocked away. A steal. And that's one thing the Adelaide 36ers can't afford. Turnovers. 6 points the margin. Kevin Liff, who we know can hit a big three. Throws it out wide. That's the three. Oh, that hurt. Oh, did that hurt?
He's
from
back.
Shawn Redhage.
He is back. 16 points. Interesting sub, having Wagstaff off. He's got 15 points for the game. 4 from 7 from the field. 6 rebounds. They've brought Shenshner back into the lineup.
Ing. Williamson making it tough for him. Turnover, steal, all the way to the basket. Brad Robbins.
This is the best sound for an opposing team. It's the hush. You make a basket here, there's nothing better than hearing the Adelaide fans quiet.
Biggest lead of the game the Perth Wildcats have had. Groves hit a couple of big ones, spins his way in and pulls a foul. Here's the steal.
Well read by Robbins. That's what he does. He's a hustler.
Cortez Groves to the line. Scott Ninnis to his seat.
It's a good free throw shooter, Cortez Groves. I was surprised to see him. He missed 4 in a row to start the game against Perth on Saturday night.
I think that is 5. He shot a couple tonight.
No, first time to the line.
So it's 5 in a row that he's missed.
Well, he hasn't been to the line because of his 11 shots he's taken, 9 of them have been threes.
Yeah.
It's hard to get free throws when you're not aggressive to the basket.
Brad Robbins trying to rev the crowd up here, get them back involved. Redhage, oh, that'll quiet them down again. Some big-time shots.
If you don't mind.
Down the stretch from Shawn Redhage. Groves. Adelaide 36ers are just about cooked. Ballinger, Groves, Ing. They're alive again. Darren Ing, just what the doctor ordered.
54 in the red, push.
Well, for 3 quarters, both these teams could not score. Their shooting percentages were terrible. And now you look at the Perth Wildcats, 46%. And NG jumping into the lineup as well. That's his first 3 tonight.
Coops having a sit down. Saw Chris Molitor on the bench for the Adelaide 36ers. Hasn't had any game time tonight, rarely gets any game time, but with Herbert and Holmes unable to take any further part in the game, a few of these players are spent. They might need some assistance. Foul again, and Robbins enjoying the fact that he was able to draw that one on the way to the hoop.
Great take by Robbins, really taking it at the big bird. And that's a good call. Really slid into him, and maybe the spray from the general manager through the newspapers has worked for the Perth Wildcats.
So what, he apologises every time they lose?
Well, I didn't say it was right. I just said it worked. These guys have responded.
So the general manager slash psychologist now.
Yeah.
For the Perth Wildcats. Well, just as big as Adelaide's win was away from home 3 days ago, this will be a huge victory for the Perth Wildcats. As we see Paul Rogers there on the bench, and the new recruit, Galen Young, who can't play, as we said, because his papers haven't been stamped. Paul Rogers, who probably won't see any more action for the Perth Wildcats, 36 years of age, and had that operation on an elbow as Gilchrist hits the deck. Danger signs here for Adelaide. Burston almost a turnover. Ing, Gilchrist. We're inside 4 minutes. Groves takes on Williamson. Tried to get it off to Burston. Adelaide ball, but 3 seconds left on the shot clock.
And that was terrific weak side help from Brad Robbins. That was an open layup for Matt Burston. Had he not rotated and got a hand to this, you'll see him come the right-hand side of screen, come in, bang. That would have been a layup.
What'll they do here? 3 seconds left on the shot clock.
Got to go to Groves. Oh, Groves is throwing it in.
Yeah.
Why is he throwing it in?
Well, maybe to Gilchrist, does he?
Ning off this pick.
Okay, Ing, that'll be for 2. Foot on the line. He claims he was fouled. And it's out. So they've got 1 left on the shot clock. Well, only time for an alley-oop with 1 second left.
Yeah, you can't catch and shoot this in enough time. It's got to be a tip.
Okay, they couldn't even get the tip. Robbins inside, Redhage. Well, time in their favour now. They'll milk some seconds. Redhage takes it inside, pokes it back out. Martin, Redhage. Oh, he's inspired at the moment. That doesn't drop. It's Schencher, an important rebound.
Run time off the clock. Good strategy from Martin. Work it through some hands.
And that should seal it. That is 3 monsters in a row from Shawn Redhage. Hard to believe. Gilchrist steps it back out, takes it back in. Floater off the glass, doesn't drop. Big rebound, how will they call it? Jump ball. Although we do have a possession arrow, of course. And it's a Wildcats ball.
Timeout from Scott Ninnis too. He wants to talk about it, and rightly so.
Well, what can he say?
Well, 2 minutes 45 to go. You know, there's been games won from further back in this time frame. They certainly won't be giving up hope.
Well, let's hear how the Perth Wildcats will handle it. 2:45 left, and they lead 82-69. Here's Rob Beveridge.
Corner, exit. Corner, exit. So let's get through the second cutter. Second cutter, cross screen.
Yep.
Cross screen. Now let's get Shawn on this side.
Okay.
You cross screen for Shanch and pop back to the ball. So you're looking for the 3 or inside outside. Okay? Corner, exit. No. Right now, we come off on the second cut. So it'll be you. Cross screen, come up. Okay, so go to the right. Go to the right. Corner, exit.
Keep getting stuck.
You shot Let's go now.
Perth Wildcats were held to just 70 points at home a few days ago by the Adelaide 36ers. They've been averaging 87 points per game this season. Amazing to think they were held to 17 less than that at home by Adelaide, and right now they've got 82 on the board away from home.
Let's see where they can execute this play. He called it for Shawn Redhage.
Lish. Okay, Redhage. The man with the hot hand. Bursting in his face. Redhage steps it up. Finger roll in. Good night.
And that's a mismatch. Matt Burston is 3 or 4 inches bigger than Shawn Redhage, and they isolated him. That's a great play.
Cortez Groves for 3. Give them some sort of hope. But the crowd know now. This one's done and dusted. 43 rebounds to 25. Perth have demolished Adelaide in that stat. Robbins, Lish for 3. Oh, another nail in the coffin.
Great shot.
87.
He's just joined the party when it's all over.
He's nailed some big ones this year, though, Kevin Lish, at crucial times. Gilchrist pokes it back out. Ballinger caught on his foot. Foul on Redhage, but he won't mind that.
And who do we want to talk to? Who do we want to hear from at the end of the game? It's got to be Shawn Redhage, doesn't it? What a game he's had.
Looking forward to you having a chat straight after the game. Came into this as the underdogs, the Perth Wildcats. They'll be equal top on the NBL ladder as Thurston pops that in. And some consolation points. Freeman, Williamson, bang! We're going to rack up a big number here, Perth again. Gilchrist inside. Ballinger off the glass. After Christmas pudding will taste nice in WA. Kevin Lish with the ball. Wrapped up, double team. After foul after the hold, and it'll be Perth's ball. Beveridge calling the shots. Martin. Williamson. A few fans starting to depart here at the Dome in Adelaide. Head home and get ready for Christmas. Hasn't been the night they were after. Shencher goes to the basket. He'll be staying in Adelaide for Christmas. The Adelaide boy, Luke Shencher, will only be staying in Adelaide. A lot happier than the Adelaide boys will be. Kevin Lish. Drains some seconds for 3. No, inside Shencher. Delightful from Kevin D. Lish. That pass to the big man. Steal again, Redhage. He's been the star of the show. Gilchrist grabs it back from him. But the Adelaide 36ers have got to be disappointed with their night at the office. Tried to kick it back out and turned it over again. And Redhage down the other end. Bang. It's getting ugly above the second for Adelaide. These seconds can't get off the clock quickly enough. The fans here and for the Adelaide 36ers, but the Perth Wildcats away from home have done the job. Their general manager apologised on their behalf for their performance against the Adelaide 36ers away from home just over 3 days ago. They've come here to the Dome in Adelaide as the underdogs, and they have demolished the Adelaide 36ers 94-73. 10 wins now for the season for the Perth Wildcats. A couple of weeks ago, before their losses to Wollongong and their loss to Adelaide at home, they were the favourites to win the NBL championship. They had taken over from New Zealand as the favourites after they beat New Zealand in New Zealand, a splendid away win. Well, they'll be one of the favourites again now after another magnificent away win. Shane Heal is out on court, and you would suspect he's going to have a chat to Shawn Redhage, who was essentially the biggest of the Wildcat stars. Take it away, Shano.
Well, great game, Shawn. You lose by 12 at home. You come on the road, one of the toughest places to play, and win by 21. Explain that.
Yeah, I mean, we got a tough home crowd, and Adelaide came in, played great, and I think we just came in really focused this game. And, the second half, we felt if we could keep it close in the first half, that once we made some shots, and, I was probably 0 for my last 10 from the three-point, but hit some few at the end, which helps.
Well, we spoke about it before the game. You have to be aggressive for the Perth Wildcats to win. You did that tonight, 25 points. You shot the ball exceptionally well when it counted.
Yeah, I mean, we needed someone to step up, and I felt like, Jesse Waxaff came in and did an excellent job and played great and kept us in that game. And I think once we finally hit some shots, Drew Williamson and myself, it really opened the game up. And it's a great team effort, and we wanted to go into the Christmas break on a high.
And what's coming up for you guys now?
We got a tough trip up to Townsville, so we know these probably next 3 games are going to determine where we finish in this league. So we got to stay focused, but enjoy this win, definitely.
Well, congrats on a great game tonight. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And that'll be back to you, Dwayno. Take it away.
Well done, Shane. Fantastic night for fans of the Perth Wildcats. And this NBL season has been blown wide open yet again. The Melbourne Tigers believe there's still a chance. They're bottom of the NBL ladder as it stands right now.